and welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you for hitting that play button. Today I'm going to be doing the 5 things that I hate about my C6 Z06. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so the first thing that I hate about my C6 Z06 are the seats. So these seats are very, very flimsy. As you can see, when I move them back and forth like that, I mean, it shows you when you're on the track and you hit the brakes, that's what's going to happen. They do have semi-decent bolstering on the sides up here, but it still gives a lot, and it does not hug you very well. As far as the bottom goes, it's definitely bad. This is just leather and there is nothing there. As you can see, I can push that all the way in. So you have no support down low when you're on the racetrack. Your legs slide this way and they slide up against this, and it's very uncomfortable. So that's the #1 thing that I hate about my Corvette. Now, the #2 thing that I absolutely hate about this car is this right here, the steering wheel. This steering wheel to me looks like a 1990s Chevy Cavalier steering wheel. There's nothing sporty about it. Normally it would have bolstering on both sides, you know, like this, something to pop up, or something that is out there for your fingers to grip on both sides. Also, this centerpiece is just plastic. It's actually probably rubber. Yeah, it's rubber, and it's just real cheap. This is fake metal. You know, down here there's nothing special, and also the width of the steering wheel is quite thin. I don't know if you can, there you go. So as you can see, it's not a very thick steering wheel, which is something that you really want on a race car, because when you're gripping that steering wheel, let me show you with my right hand, you don't want your thumb to be inside, you want your thumb to be here. You want it so that you don't have to grip the steering wheel very tight. And with a skinnier steering wheel, it causes you to want to grip it tighter. So that's the second thing. The third thing is right down here. This cover, this center console cover is very nice. It's leather, it's padded. So that's not my complaint. My complaint is this entire area, all the way from here, all the way back here, gets extremely hot. And I guess that's from the transmission and a combination of that with the exhaust probably. But I think Chevrolet should have found a solution to that. If they had to maybe put something in here that would help keep it cool, maybe a couple of vents that you could turn on that the AC would keep this cool. But once I've driven this car for any length of time at all, it's hot. It's really hot. So that's #3. I'm back here at the very rear of my car where the taillights are. And you're gonna say, well, what do you hate about the taillights? Well, it's not the shape, it's not the color, it's how they hold a ton of water. So right in here, all the way around the taillight, these things hold so much water, it's ridiculous. Now, I do have the Master Blaster, so it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still very bad. And I used to have to press this. As you can see, I'm actually pressing that in. I used to have to press that big time to try and get all the water out on both sides, because it was impossible to do without doing that. So that's number 4. Now let me show you what number 5 is. It's inside the actual hatchback. When I get in here, if I lift this up, you've got a battery back here. A couple things that are very annoying about that battery. Number 1 is it's back there. So it makes it difficult to jump your car in certain situations. And that brings me to number 2. If you own a Corvette and you don't have a trickle charger, which you have to hook up every single time you quit driving your Corvette, you're going to be jumping your Vette, because for some reason Chevrolet has decided that technology is overrated. So there are all these things running in the background even when you shut your car off that drain the battery in these Corvettes. And that's a real problem, because a lot of people don't know that, including I didn't know that. And so what happened is when I first bought this car, I didn't drive it for a couple of weeks. It was in the winter time, and I got in to drive it and it was completely dead. So I had to jump it, and I've had to do that a couple times until someone finally said, hey, you need to go buy yourself a trickle charger. So I went to the store, bought a trickle charger. I actually plug it right in here to the cigarette lighter. Every time I get done driving my car, and I got to plug it into the wall outlet. I'm trying to show you an outlet, and I'm not even in my garage. Anyway, I have to plug it into an outlet in my garage, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. That is the number 5 thing that I absolutely hate about my Corvette Z06. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and make sure and hit the bell button right next to it. That way you're notified when I put out new content. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And other than that, guys, I hope to see you out on the road.